What's up everyone, Brian Phobos here. Today we're going to talk about TRON, how it's benefiting from the Bigfoot effect, and why I sold out of my position. Now before I go into all this, I wish everybody who is still invested in TRON the best of luck, and I wish the developers great luck, and I might be buying in again later. So let me explain this, and I just want to tell you guys why I'm deciding to do what I did of selling out. So what do I mean by the Bigfoot effect? Basically, sometimes when something is an enigma, it's hard to understand, you're not really sure where it's going, but it's a mystery and you like to believe in it. Like, wow, this could really be revolutionary and this is going to change a lot of things. It sounds interesting and there's a mystique behind it. With Bigfoot, how many years have we been seeing on History Channel where they're trying to find Bigfoot? Literally for the last 15 or 20 years, they're trying to find Bigfoot. And it's like, oh, Squatch is out there, he's throwing rocks. Squatch likes to throw rocks. And there's always like hillbillies out there trying to find Bigfoot and they don't find any kind of evidence. But year after year after year, there's always people watching that. And like, yeah, I wish Bigfoot existed and everything. And there's a mystique to it, but unfortunately, he doesn't exist. And they never find anything about him. So it's all just kind of a mystique or a mystery. Now, I think that TRON has benefited from being this mystery, and actually a large portion of their white paper just pretty much describes in a mysterious way something that already exists and has existed for a year and a half or more. So let's take a look at this. Let's look at the price action. Okay, so it's a few months old, it's went, and then we essentially went parabolic here. Now, when you look at on CoinMarketCap, where are we at? 16th. 2.6 billion, around 4 cents. And let's look what's ahead of it. Let's say if it was to continue to rise, what would it have to overtake? Now, let's just keep in mind TRON is an ERC20 token. And basically there's no test net really out there. There's no working system. This whole platform they're talking about is still in the works and it's not out. Ethereum Classic. Existing blockchain, Neo existing blockchain, EOS testnet, Stellar blockchain, Bitcoin Gold blockchain, Monero existing blockchain, NIM existing blockchain, existing, Tangle, Cardano, testnet, Litecoin existing blockchain, Ripple existing. So everything has something existing, but EOS and Cardano are testnets, and so this, TRON has to overtake these things that exist, and it's things that are more than just talk, essentially. Now, let's look at something that has stuff that has went parabolic for the first time, and then you usually have this big sell-off. So Digibyte, imagine the people who invested back here. Finally, it goes parabolic, and they're like, oh, finally I can make my money out of this. And so there's a big sell-off. And then here a couple weeks ago, when we were in this swoop, I was basically saying, hey, I'm buying into this, and now we're going parabolic again. Same thing with BitShares. Long period of time where it did not move, finally goes parabolic. Everybody's like, oh, finally, I can make money. And so they sell out of at least part of their position. It goes down, and then you get back up here, and this is where I bought back in. And then we're going parabolic again. So in a few days, you can end up doubling your money. So I think that TRON is partially going to suffer from that, in that, it has not had a sell-off. So all these people who invested in here, whether they were in it for a few months or whatever, finally they can get, some money out of it. So I think that there's potential sell-off there. Now, how do I come into a TRON position, and why did I come into a TRON position? Basically, I got it airdropped to me in HitBTC. I let it sit there. I read a little bit into the project and was like, okay, well, this is interesting. We'll see if they come up with anything. And as time has went on, the thing went parabolic and everything, and I'm seeing where it's at, and I'm like, okay, I don't know how much more steam it has, but who knows? Maybe it goes up to, 7 cents, 10 cents, wherever it gets to. But I think that there will be that initial sell-off, like we see with something like Digibyte or BitShares. And you see that with a lot of coins who had a very long period of trading sideways. Now, let's get into the project a little more in the white paper. So what is TRON trying to be? TRON seeks to provide relevant participants with the following infrastructures: a high-quality content platform, social network that provides a link among all people, digital currency as a bridge, payment network, autonomous ecosystem. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Let's go to page 9. So the first part of the path is this Exodus plan. So a mechanism of upload, storage, and distribution, which is based on peer-to-peer and distributed content. In the Exodus phase, on the basis of the distributed storage technology represented by IPFS, TRON will provide users with a completely free and reliable platform for data publication, storage, and dissemination. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool. Basically, a social network that's going to allow you to upload content for free, have freedom of speech, interact with the community. Sounds great. That sounds awesome. So let's look at page 31. So, official token of TRON. So TRONIX. TRONIX is a basic unit of accounts in TRON's blockchain. The value of all other tokens is derived from the value of TRON. Those who wish to enter or exit TRON must buy or sell TRONIX. TRONIX total distribution is 100 billion. TRON power. TRON power is locked TRON. Users can acquire TRON power by locking their TRONIX. TRON power in nature is TRONIX with voting rights. Voting rights, hear that? Which means TRON power holders have more privilege in the ecosystem. Out of the 3 things that I've basically read about this being a social network and that you're going to be able to lock up your TRONIX into TRON power and you're going to be able to interact with other members in the community, this whole entire white paper is essentially describing what we have here with STEEM, with the STEEM blockchain. So obviously, if you go over here to the wallet and remember how they're talking about TRONIX power, well, guess what? We have STEEM power right here. This is locked up STEEM that gives me more influence on the STEEM blockchain. Let's say I have a bunch of liquid STEEM right here. I could power it up and it would become the STEEM power, which they're describing as TRON power. And they're saying everything is based on TRONIX. So STEEM dollars here, so they probably have some kind of TRONIX dollar or TRON dollar, which STEEM dollar is a debt against STEEM. So it's all based on STEEM. STEEM power and STEEM dollars are based on STEEM. So describing this ecosystem. Now let's look over here, talking about influence with the TRONIX power. Now I upvoted this, they got a little bit payout boost because of my power, and then right here I made a comment which was at the bottom. I upvoted it, I voted myself, and then it moved to the top so I have more visibility and more power in this system. And that actually pays me that much. So this is, you know, obviously interaction with other members of the community. So this whole white paper is primarily describing what is already taking place and has been taking place on the STEEM blockchain. They talked about IPFS. So DTube is a decentralized YouTube on the STEEM blockchain where people can upload, and it uses IPFS. So, you know, you have these people uploading AcidYo. He did some CSGO video, $87 for that upload. We have honey glazed carrots, $60. People are using DTube. Very awesome. D-Sound. So look, this guy put exclusive for D-Sound / Steem it. This is on D-Sound. This is built on the STEEM blockchain. Upload audio, podcasts, music, all that kind of stuff. D-Mania. This is basically memes on the STEEM blockchain. This person for this meme got $19.19. ChainBB. This is basically viewing it in a forum format. Again, on the STEEM blockchain. D-Live. There's people live streaming on the STEEM blockchain. So this chick is talking about crypto.
If you go look at their website right now, it just says, you know, it's really simple. It says that they're coming back soon. But they have put out a statement that whenever they relaunch, that...
So anyway, she's talking about CoinX, and she's talking about China banning stuff and crypto kitties and all this other stuff. But she live streamed this on dlive.io, which is on the Steem blockchain. Steep shot. So we have these pictures here. This is like an Instagram clone on the Steem blockchain. This person uploaded this supercar. Pretty cool. So $12.85. They made that money uploading that. And let's look at Golos.io. This is basically a licensed clone of the Steem blockchain for the Russian community mainly. I actually double upload on here. I kind of pop it over here, earning a little bit. And, you know, my account's worth basically $92 right now. But, I mean, randomly I'll just get these payouts from like Golos Media for this Golos Gold, which is like the Steem dollar. And I'm able to send that to Bittrex and cash it out, or go ahead and have more Golos power and that kind of stuff. So this whole thing already exists. What Tron is explaining already exists. And it's crazy that they have this team and all this stuff and have described what already exists and are at a $2.6 billion valuation. Now, I know that somebody's going to say this, but they basically have this Paywall app that is a partner because of the team and everything. There's a connection to this, and that they're going to integrate those users with the Tron blockchain and all that. And I do see value in that. And are these guys competent? Are they able to do something with the same concept, but make it different, or make it maybe more interactive for the Asian community or for everybody in general? They might be able to do it. They might be able to do it. You know, I'm not saying that they can't. And just because something is kind of vaguely, like a system can essentially be the same. I mean, we could say like social media sites, you could describe MySpace and Facebook and pretty much describe it in a similar light, but one ended up failing and one survived. So I'm not saying that Tron can't come out with something that's a slightly different twist that maybe does way better. I'm not saying that it'll fail. So let's look at Blocktivity. So the Steem blockchain has the record for the most transactions in a day at over 1 million transactions. It is number one right now. And you see this capacity, it's at 0.36 utilization percentage. Let's look at the Ethereum blockchain, 100% blockchain capacity. It is completely bogged down, 3,838 unconfirmed transactions. That's not too bad, but it is pegged. The needle is pegged. BitShares not even moving the needle as well. It's done over 1 million in a day as well. And BitShares is a graphene blockchain like Steem. So it's BitShares and then Steem, and then the next iteration is going to be EOS of that technology. And there is pure plays, but we won't go into that. Bitcoin needle is completely pegged. Do we see, oh, here's Golos down here, not even pegged, you know, it's done a lot of transactions in the past, but do we see Tron on here? No, because the blockchain doesn't exist. It's just a token. It's just a white paper. It's just, you know, it's Bigfoot. You know, we're just talking about it. It isn't real. You can't see it. And it's got this crazy valuation. So again, I think that the price point kind of gives it, people feel like, well, it's cheap and everything. But personally, I think right now what could run more that has a cheap value, I guess, coin-wise, like price-wise per coin, is Verge. This could run more. Personally, I feel this. And that Electronium could run more because it's got this small price point. And I'm mining Electronium, running a full node, mining it here, got the wallet and everything. And they've got a cult-like following. And they've got the mobile app here. And we got the cult following if you want to watch my previous video. But once again, guys, I'm not trying to say that the Tron ecosystem won't eventually be something, but I just think that the white paper is essentially describing something that clearly already exists and is already built out with all these things like DTube, DLive, DSound. And so the fact that the valuation is so much higher than something like Steem that already exists, to me is kind of crazy in a way. But am I telling you to invest in Steem? Not necessarily. I mean, it depends. I mean, Steem is a great platform for a content creator who's consistently creating content and uploading stuff and engaging with the community. Now you see I'm not powering down, and I'm essentially just trying to build this power right now. But I've never went balls deep on Steem. You know, some people have powered up $50,000, $100,000 into Steem, and that's, you know, worked out, I guess, in various regards for them. But you know, at this current time, I'm still blogging and then still dual posting over here on Golos. But for right now, I might re-engage with the TRON situation, but I have sold out of my position of the airdrop coins, basically because I do not see it really being able to go much further and overtake these coins that are above it, because they already have existing blockchains or at least test nets, which TRON does not. And also the fact that we have not had any kind of price basically sell off from all these people that were invested earlier. This is Digibyte, obviously, but the same thing has occurred here, and we have not had a sell off. Now, once we have the sell off, it gets down to a penny or something, I could potentially buy back in, and I would love to see the TRON team come out with at least a website with the TRON ecosystem working into some capacity like we see with Steem It. So anyway, guys, please like the video and subscribe, and follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, Twitter, Instagram, Steem It, YouTube. See you guys later.